Part 2. The title of this video is called Number 1, I cannot stand the so-called white man, woman, and child. Number 2, I cannot stand haters. Number 3, I cannot stand Uncle Toms. I hate them with a passion. And I'm gonna speak a little bit about it. Yeah, I'm gonna speak a little bit about it. Hold on, just give me a minute. So what I'm gonna do, let's see here. I probably won't be able to. I thought I was gonna be able to. Uh, hmm. I thought I was gonna be able to go on here and um, no. Well, look like I'm about to stay doing it with this phone here. Um, I'll tell you what. Let's try it from this over here. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna get started in a minute. Hold on. I'm definitely gonna get started in a minute. They got that damn TV loud up in there, man. TV loud. Okay, now let's. Yeah. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go into this. Hold on, let me. So what I did, I had it on the phone here, and I switched it from from this phone to the uh, laptop. So let me just check my volume one more time and make sure I'm good. Okay, I'm good. It's looking like I'm all right. Let me check how loud it is. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's everything is good. Yeah, that's the title of the video. Give me one. Give me a couple of seconds. Over. I had to plug that up. Yeah. The number one thing that I cannot stand is the so-called white man. Number two, I hate haters. I don't want to, y'all know I said this and I repeated this from time to time in the video. And I think this is my first time ever doing a video like this heavily. I think I said it before, but I ain't come off as strong as I am now in this video right now. But number three, Uncle Tom's, most definitely I have the reason why I hate the Uncle Toms, I don't like them, is because I label them as the so-called you at that point you're a so-called white man. That's how serious I take that. That's why I'm saying that. That's number three. Yeah. So those are the three traits that I hate, that I peep the condition and brainwash and being brainwashed and conditioned in this country, as far as loving the slave master and having more respect for your slave master than you do your brothers, and then you going like telling on you, being snitching on your brother. I can't stand a snitching either. I hate them kind of people. And that, what I mean by that, they is hating on their people for the wrong reason. That's what I'm talking about. But to go off into it about this self hate, what I mean by self hate, our people, they want our people wants to be white so damn bad. And I said this in my first video, and this was in part one. They would rather go around, if God came down and told them, he gave them some damn bleach, and I want y'all to bleach our damn skin, black women, if a so-called black woman, they'll be the main one on the list. They'll stand up in a line. They'll be ready. I believe they'll do it if God gave them that opportunity, because they want to be European, and the brothers do too. The black men, they want to, if they can change their skin and be white as fucking hell, I believe they would do it. That's how much love they got they got for their quote unquote slave master. And I can't stand the motherfuckers that hate you because they want to be superior with the so-called white man. Yeah, this is a book that I actually been reading. I want to see if I can find something. Maybe I can go. I'm gonna see if I can read from the first page up in here. This book was written by Howard Zinn, A People's History of the United States, and he breaks it down really good up in here about how enslaved our people is. Iraq men and women naked 20, 20, 20, full of wonder, emerge for, from their villages onto the islands, beaches, swimming out to get a closer look at this strange big boat. When Columbus and his sailors came ashore carrying swords, speaking oddly, the Iraqs ran to meet them. This is how brainwashed our people are. And brought them food, water, gifts. He later wrote of this in his law. They brought us patras and bills, cotton and spears, and many other things they exchanged for the glass, bands, and hawks, balls. They willingly traded everything they owned. They were well built with good bodies and handsome futures. They do not bear arms and do not know them, for I showed them a sword. That's what Christopher Columbus said. They took it by the edge and cut themselves out of ignorance. See, this white man was observing the weaknesses of our people. This book was written by Howard Zinn. He was a so-called white man, and he wrote this here. And these are the things that he said. He says they brought us parouts and balls of cotton and spears and many other things they exchanged for the glass, bands, and hawks, balls. They willingly traded everything they owned. They were well built with good bodies and handsome futures. They do not bear arms. That means talking about the so-called Hispanics and blacks and natives of America, and do not know them. For I showed them a sword, and they took it by the edge and cut themselves out of ignorance. They have no iron. Their spears are made of cane. They would make fine servants. This is what the slave master was saying. They were scoping. You know how a person, you know how a so-called white man, they be in bushes and they scope you out. They make fine servants. With 50 men, we could subjugate them all and do them. I mean, we can subjugate. That means separate you, subjugate them, and make them do whatever we want. This is what Christopher Columbus was saying. Shalom, bro. How you? Me just surfing 3 YouTube. Okay, whatever. Okay. All right. Yeah, all praises. Um, I be trying to like pull hair out my damn head, trying to figure out like what in the world, bro, that would make like this thing loving your enemy. I think it's not. I think it's a sickness. It's like it's a sickness because some of us understand and some of us are woke to that, but it's a bunch of people, and those are the 2/3 that's not. They are not They don't have their third eye to where they can't even see. They dangerous. Just wonder who you learn your teachings from. I got it from the wisdom of the brothers on when I was ignorant on YouTube and on the streets. The brothers that be on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got it from the brothers off the streets. I mean, the brothers that be teaching and wisdom and stuff like that, giving wisdom and stuff, and sit down and listen. When I was ignorant, being ignorant into Christianity and all that type of stuff, I was into the church and stuff like that, and all of the knowledge that I was getting, that I had gotten being in the church, in the Christian churches, out of ignorance. I learned a lot of it from that too. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't come into this truth until 2018. That's when I actually really found this out. Because when I went on to the YouTube feed and I went to looking at videos and I saw a brother, it was saying the Israelites waking up the blacks, Hispanics, and natives of America. And I said, I ain't clicking on that bullshit. That white man's bullshit. I'm not clicking on that shit, man. And I'm like, that's how I remember saying, I said, man, I'm not clicking on that. I'm tired of religion. I got out of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in 2014. I said, I'm tired of religion, man. This shit ain't did nothing but bamboos our damn people. Fuck that shit. And then something came to me and said, don't just don't react. Just click on the video and watch it and see what they're saying. That's how I actually, if I wouldn't have clicked on that video to this day, I'd have still been ignorant. So I did. I clicked on it. And the stuff that I was hearing, they went from Genesis chapter 25, where they was breaking down the character traits and the looks of what Esau is. You know what I mean? Red, hairy, living. What do they call white folks in the South? They call them rednecks. Then they went to the scriptures and where it talks about the red horse and all that in Revelation and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh shit. That's what really opened it up for me, because in the Christian church, I didn't get this information. I didn't. I literally didn't get this information, because I said, damn, did they really know this, or did they read these scriptures? Because I don't remember reading this. Come to find out, they was misreading the scriptures in the Christian church. You know what I'm saying? They was misreading the scriptures. So I'm like, oh man, I'm like, you mean to tell me I got to start all back the fuck over? Like, goddamn, man. We all these years we've been reading, and they went to a lot of scriptures and proved that the real Jews were black and this and that and the third. Went to Job 30 and 30 and said, Job said, I am black. Job 30 and 30. Like, wow. And then they went to Jeremiah 14 and 2, where it says, the real Jews mourn, the Judah mourning, and the gates thereof language. They are black unto the ground. And the crowd, I'm like, when I heard that, I'm like, damn, dude. Hey, I'm like, and then I said, if I ever run across some of the so-called Adventist people in the Seventh-day Adventist Christian Church, I'm gonna make sure I read these scriptures to them. And I had a chance around probably 2015 or 16. It was bound by 16. They came to visit me, and they was wondering why I wasn't in the church no more. That was like a year after 2015, because I left in 2014. Yep. Psalms 68, verse 4. Okay, I'm gonna read that. Whoa, I bet it blew your mind. Hell yeah, it blew me. Like it blew me. And then when they read the scripture in what's that scripture, bro? In Hebrews 12:16, where it says Esau, God rejected Esau, and that he couldn't repent. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, whoa. It was almost like lights off. And it was like lights was just turning on, and I saw shit that around me that I ain't never seen before. It was like, damn, I didn't know that shit was right here. And it was like you be another way in a car. It's like being in a car, and you see all that damn fog, And you can't see shit when well, I ain't never owned a car, but I'm just saying I got in a car where you get up in the morning and they have to turn the windshield on, put water on the windshield. Y'all remember that shit? You had to wake up in the morning and they put water on the windshield, and that kind of got the fog away from the window, and you could see better. And when you wipe, the more you wipe, that's how it literally was for me. It was wiping, wipe. I'm like, damn, look at it was like I was saying, damn, look at all that damn man. I ain't know this shit, all this shit behind here like that. This shit was dirty as goddamn hell. You know what I'm saying? There is no salvation for Esau or any of the other nations. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the elect of the nations of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's right. That's right. That's why it shocked me. Like, and then when they went to, they broke down John 3:16. That's why when you asked me in the comment section, how did you find the truth or something? I think you said up here. And then I think you said something about the two slash thirds are sleep of Israel. Okay, yeah, okay. It's only a very few people understand that. It's a shalom, brother. Who are you? Who are your teachers? Oh, I would say what Captain Zuriak. I don't know if you know Captain Zuriak. I watch him on YouTube. Captain Zuriak. Who else? Sakar Deacon, Gorilla Hebrew. You know, people like that. I listen to them. Um, Bishop Nathaniel from the IUIC and stuff like that. I get my information from them and stuff like that by watching the some of the classes and stuff that they have online and stuff. I've been doing it ever since 2018, you know. So that's been 18, let's see, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 6 years. Yeah. So I've been woke to the truth for 6 years. Yep. Because when they showed that scripture, I didn't even know John 3:16 had a context. I didn't even know that. I thought that was talking about everybody. I did. When I first heard it, I didn't argue. It just made sense to me. I don't know why. It just made sense to me. I don't know why. I said, what? And then when they went to Isaiah, I said, wait a minute. John 3:16, God loves everybody. Like I didn't argue or nothing. I'm gonna say, okay, let me see where they're gonna go with this. They got a context of John 3:16. So when they read that, I'm like, whoa, I didn't even damn, I didn't I said, I thought I knew the Bible. I didn't know the Bible like I thought I did. That's what I was saying. I said, damn, I thought I knew the Bible. And came to the conclusion I didn't know myself shit. All the time I've been reading the Bible. I say, damn. I said, man, you mean to tell me? I'm like, oh man, you know how you go and you trying to win a test and they ask you the question, you get the correct answer, they you be a winner, and you whoever answer these questions, they win this money or they win this or win that. That's how little I felt. And you like, and when you get the answer wrong, they say, no, it's correct. And you be like, oh man, I got this shit wrong. That's how it literally. That's the type of stuff that was probably I believe that was going through my mind at that moment when I first found out this truth. Because I thought I had it, you know what I'm saying? But I had some truth, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, I had some truth, like the not eating pork. I wasn't eating pork. I had that right. I was going to church on the Sabbath day, you know. But I'm like, man, it's more. Damn, I missed all this. That's literally what I was saying. I'm like, damn, I didn't know I missed all this here. And in my mind, I'm like, damn, I got a lot of catching up to do now. So I'm so behind because I didn't know it. I didn't even know. Okay, Psalms 83 verses, they are all form of crafty counsel, the so-called Illuminati. That's right. Yeah, man, shoot. Crafty counsel, bro. All right. These Arabs of Birmingham Islands were much like Indians on the mainland who were remarkable European observers. See, they was observers. That's the key word, man. They was observers. And this is true. And were to say again and again for the hospitality, their beliefs in sharing. These traits did not stand out in the European of the Renaissance, dominated as it was by the religion of popes and the governments of kings and frenzy for money that marked Western civilization and its first messengers to the American Christopher Columbus. The first page I read was, now, I'm going to be honest with you. I had a reading problem when I was growing up. And to be honest with you, I had to play the audio to actually understand the words right there. Because I couldn't, I grew up, you looking at a man that couldn't read or write. All while I was going to school, I was born with brain damage to where I couldn't, I was, they called me the slow learner back in the day. You see what I'm saying? So I had to be separated and put in like what they call the special classes to where all of the slow learners had to go into that certain classroom. You see what I'm saying? It was called special ed. And during that time, I think I always had it in my mind that I wanted to learn how to do certain things and stuff like that. I always had it in me. I always my grandfather, my mother's father, my grandfather on my mother's side, not my grandfather on my father's side, but my grandfather on my mother's side would always he would call me the question asker because I was always at 6 years old. I was always asking questions for no reason. I was curious about this. I was curious about that, and maybe that's why it wasn't so hard for me is to embrace what I'm embracing now, because I feel like I always have been searching for truth, and I feel like even when I came into the Seventh Day Adventist Church, I joined that movement in '92 because I was totally oblivious to what the Sabbath day. That's when I found out about the Sabbath and not eating pork in '92. I was 17 years old. I was a young teenager, and I was like, I'll come back on and tell the story another time. But let me get on with this here. As soon as I arrived, this is what Christopher Columbus was saying. As soon as I arrived in the Indians on the first island, which I found, I took some of the natives by force. He didn't say he asked them. He said he took some of the natives by force in order that they might learn and might give me information of whatever there is in these parts. See, that's why I say the Bible said never trust your enemy. That's in Apocrypha, Ecclesiastes. Matter of fact, I got it. It's up in here. I'll get it pretty soon, but it's in there. And it says, never trust thy enemy. That's Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 10. So as his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and be aware of him. But the problem with the natives over here, if you want to know who to trust and who not to trust when it comes to the enemy, if you ask the Native Americans, they can tell you. They could have told you, don't do it. But the problem, I noticed that no other nation of people on here being no Uncle Tom and a hater of their own people, but the so-called black brothers and sisters is the number one that join in forces with these people. And one of the things that I can't stand is when they be training them damn dogs. That shit be pissing me off when I be watching the videos. I'm gonna release the dog on you and all that. Make the damn dog evil, because you know why? Esau ain't built. The so-called white man ain't built like that. That's why they have to train God's creation to do their dirty work. And then if you go out in here and you take your dog and your dog do something to somebody for no reason or whatever, then they ready to say press charges and you can go, but they can't, nothing can be done about them when they turn around and sick them dogs on you that they done trained to be evil like they demonic nature. Let's see if I can read some of this down here. The information that Columbus wanted most was, where is the gold? That's what he wanted. That's what he was after. He had persuaded the king and the queen of Spain to finance an expedition to the lands. The wealth he expected would be on the other side of the Atlantic. The Indians and Asia, gold and spice, for like other informed people of his time. He knew the world was round and he could sail west in order to get to the far east. He was looking for gold, man. Spain was recently unified, one of the new modern nations, states like France, England and Portugal. I think that's the same nation of people that enslaved the Mexicans, the Aztecs, you know. All right. Asia, gold and spice, for like other informed people of his time, he knew the world was round and he could sail west in order to get to the Far East. Spain was recently unified, one of the new modern nations, states like France, England, and Portugal. Its population, mostly poor peasants, working for the nobility, who were 2% of the population and owned 95% of the land of Spain. This is how the white man got wealthy, and had tied itself to the Catholic Church, expelling all Jews, drove out the Moors, like other states of modern world. Spain sought gold, which was become the new mark of wealth, more useful than land because it could buy anything. There was gold in Asia. It was thought, and certainly skills and spice, for the Morocco Polo and others had brought back marvelous things from their overland expedition centuries before now that the Turks had conquered Constantinople. I think Constantinople was like a Catholic, and the eastern Mediterranean, and controlled the land routes to Asia. A sea route was needed. Portuguese settlers were working their way around the southern tip of Spain, and decided to gamble on a long sail across an unknown ocean. In return for bringing back gold and spice, they promised Columbus 10% of the profits, governorships over newfound lands, and the frame that would go with a new title, Adamadria of the ocean. He was a merchant clerk from the Italian city of Gaul, part-time weaver, the son of a skillful weaver and expert seller. He sent out with three ships. With three sailing ships, the largest of which was the Saint Myra, perhaps 100 feet long, and 39 crew members. Columbus would never have made it to Asia. Columbus would never have made it to Asia, which was thousands of miles further away than he had calculated, and imagined a smaller world he would have been doomed by that great expense of sea. Okay, now I think, let's see here. In return for bringing back gold and spice, they promised Columbus 10% of the profits. That's what happened. The governorship over newfound lands and frame that would go with a new title. Let's see here. Adrian of the ocean. C. He was a merchant. A merchant. Okay, from the Italian city of Ghana, part-time weaver, the son of a skiller weaver and expert seller. He set out with these three, these sailing ships, and the largest of which was the Saint Myra, perhaps 100 feet long and 39 crew members. Okay, now it's talking about these ships and stuff like that. All right, let's go right over here. I'm gonna skip. Um, it says on Hispaniola out of timbers from Saint Myra, which had ran aground, Columbus built a fort, the first European military base in the Western Hemisphere. He called a Navidad Christmas and left 39 crew members there with instruments to find and store the gold. He took more Indian prisoners and put them aboard his two remaining ships. Okay, his two remaining ships. Now let's read this in Deuteronomy 28 verse 68. Let's read that. Show people that everything that in these history books confirm, the Bible really actually confirms it. It says, okay, Hispano out of timbers from Saint Myra, which had ran aground, Columbus built a fort, the first European military base on the Western Hemisphere. This is how the so-called police stations ain't nothing but a slave holder, a slave catcher to bring and capture and hold a slave holder. That's all this shit is. He called a Navidad Christmas and left 39 crew members there with instruments to find and store the gold. He took more Indians prisoners and put them aboard his two remaining ships. Okay, let's look at his two remaining ships. Now I want to compare it with the Bible. Deuteronomy 28:68. It said, and the Lord shall bring thee unto Egypt again with ships. See that? By the way wherever I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Bondman is a slave man, and bondwomen is a slave woman. That's what that is. And no man shall buy you. That means nobody else no man on this planet Earth, the slave master cannot redeem you. Because see, our people looking for the slave master is to redeem them. And there's a scripture in Lamentation that I'm gonna back myself up. Let's go there. Lamentation chapter I think it's chapter 4, I think. That's let's go to Alpha. Let's see, Ezekiel, Jeremiah. It's right after the book of Jeremiah. Okay. Jeremiah chapter Lamentation. I'm tripping. Lamentation chapter 4 and verse 17. Look what the Bible says. As for us, our eyes are yet failed for our vain help, and our watching, we have watched for a nation that cannot save us. You see what I'm saying? Everybody depended on the so-called white man. You can't depend upon your enemy is to save and deliver you and be a good. Like people are so caught up into that bull BS up in there talking about who gonna be the next this and that. I don't get myself caught up into that because that ain't that all this man made is BS is bullshit. Why you gonna sit there and trust in your enemy? The same one that put you in slavery, you gonna trust in this person to give you all the information and tell you who you is. All of a sudden now he gonna sit there and tell you who you is. They hunt our steps that we cannot go into our streets. Have you noticed that when the brothers be out there teaching, some of them, the people threaten to call the damn slave patrol on 'em. That's what I like to call them. Slave masters. Y'all know who that is, the so-called white man. The modern day would be the police station, police. But it ain't nothing but damn slave catchers. Why you think, man, you see, look, when people tell you you in the land of the free, sometimes if I was God, I'd be wanting to slap the shit out of him. Like, I tell them like this, if you're in the land of the free, go home, get your damn screwdriver, screw that damn license tag off your car and get them screws in that license plate and take it off, put it in your house. Better yet, throw it away. Take your driver's license, melt them and burn them up. Take all them insurance papers out your glove department, burn that shit up or throw it in the trash and get on the highway. Take that stick out your window, rip it up and tear it up and get on the highway and drive your car natural and see what's going to happen. That slave master gonna come out so nice on the side of his pocket with his gun and get them silver bracelets, if you know what I'm talking about, and tell you to put your hand behind your back and say, "Oh, I thought we was free here, the land of the free." They gonna show you that it's in their mind. It's like yeah, nigga, we gonna show you what free is. They gonna free. They'll free our ass with a damn I'm gonna free your ass, or I'm gonna free your ass with these damn these handcuffs, silver bracelets. Oh, okay. I didn't know you had put all of it. Okay. Yeah, man. Deuteronomy 28:45 through 68, King James Version 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. That's right. I like it when y'all put the scriptures in there. Um, them curses line up with our people to prove we the real children of Israel. You're right. That's right. I like it when he put the script. Let's see. Let me see what else. Nor Malcolm X can free our people. That's right. That's why they fail. Uh, Australian. Okay, no, I don't think I'm saying was the early name of America. Is that right? Australia, Israelian was the early name of no, Australia was the early name of America. I hope I'm saying that right. I think that's what it. Hold on. No, that's not the one I had. Okay, here it is, right here. Aus- Australia was the early name of America. That's right. I remember reading that in this book right here, in Babylon Temple of Two. How they didn't call when they colonized Australia, they didn't go by the English name. They went by they went by they didn't go by the ancestral name England, which is the real name, but they colonized it and they call it Australia. Yeah. Now I guess the next question would be, what does Australia mean? Like, let's look it up real quick. Tomorrow. Hold on, let me do this right quick. Follow game over gum. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. What does Australia means? Oh, wait a minute. I'm not saying that right. Hold on. Am I? The name Australia comes from Latin word terra Australius, which means southern land. The name was used to describe a hypothetical content in the southern hemisphere since ancient time. The name was popularized by explorer Matthew Flinders in the 1804 and has been in official use since 1817. Before the name Australia was in use, the content was known as a new hollowing, a name given to it by Dutch explorer Albert Tasman. In 1644, the name Holland was an English translation of the Dutch name New Holland. Australia is also a country located in the southwest of Peacecraft Ocean between the Indians and the Peacecraft. Okay. The name Australia, pronounced Australian English, is derived from the Latin terra Australian, southern land. Okay, it means southern land. Okay. A name used for his hypothetical. Okay, some of the words are very hard, but I pretty much understand. Australia means southern land. They colonized these countries, and they just call it like a land, or a southern land. But they skipped when they conquered it. It's like people changing their name, right? It's almost like people changing their name, like from, like, if they, how the so-called white people do. They'll commit crime and then they'll change their identity, they'll change their look. Some of them will cut their hair off, make themselves look different and all that kind of stuff. You are not saying that right. It's not. Okay, my bad. Yeah, okay. I figured I was saying it wrong. My bad. Okay, because I looked up Australian. Okay. This is Australian. Australia. Australia. Okay, now this one here is A. Oh, I tell you what, let me look it up. Okay, that's why I say I'm gonna look it up. That's why I told you, man. I don't know everything. I'm just gonna, I don't mind. I don't mind being corrected, man. What is ARSARETH?
According to Oxford Academic, Oxford University Press. From a theological standpoint, Arzareth is of course a metaphor, an imaginary and pristine place juxtaposed with our mundane and tainted world.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Spell. Let's see. ARSARETH. What is ARSARETH?
According to Oxford Academic, Oxford University Press. From a theological standpoint, Arzareth is of course a metaphor, an imaginary and pristine place juxtaposed with our mundane and tainted world.
Okay, Arsharin. Okay, I may not be saying it all the way right. That's a word. I'm gonna work on that word when I get up off here too. Arsharin or something. Search Arsharin in the Bible. Okay. What do I use? Can I use the apocrypha? You know what I'm saying? Now, I know this was written by Howard Zinn here, and they got some. I ain't read all of the whole thing, but I'm willing to. I come across Esau lying and saying, "Okay, apocrypha." Okay, well, I appreciate that, man, because I needed that, man. It's in the apocrypha. Okay. Do you know exactly what verse I can go to? I think I'm gonna put my glasses on for this because this they got the letters are small in here. They got a lot of stuff up in here too. Yeah, if you can give me okay, yes. Hold on. Yes, hold on. All right. Second Ezra was 13:45. Okay. Appreciate you, brother. Sure appreciate that. Second Ezra's Second Ezra. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that up on the screen. And I can go back and look at this video and reread that. Second Ezra's 13:45. Okay. I might already have it marked. Second Ezra chapter 13, verse 45. Okay. I got it. It says, "For though that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same the same region, the same region is called Orant. Okay, I'm trying to say it right, bro. Okay, for though that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called as Azra. Okay, I'm trying to say that word right because I feel like I'm talking in Greek sometimes. This tells how our natives and Latino brothers came to America. Okay, I got it. Okay, let me reread that. For though that country there was a great way to go, namely a year and a half, and the same region is called Aran. Okay, for that for though that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called Ezra. Okay, so is that talking about how our people they had to travel? They was traveling. It was like a year and a half. They traveled on a ship or something or what? But they took this counsel amongst themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathens and go forth into a far country where they never mankind dwelt. This is why the white man took the Apocrypha out of the Bible. Okay, okay. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna highlight that too. I think I might already have it. Okay, 13 verses 45. But though that country there was a yeah, I'm gonna work on that word though, cause uh, sometimes I can get a bit stuck on some of them. I kind of almost had it marked. Okay, now let's look at that. Let's look it up. I'm gonna learn me something while I'm in here today. Okay, let's look at that word. What is ARSARETH?
According to Oxford Academic, Oxford University Press. From a theological standpoint, Arzareth is of course a metaphor, an
Ozarent.
imaginary and pristine place juxtaposed with our mundane and tainted world.
Okay, Arzarent. Arzarent. Okay, okay. I think I'm getting it a little bit better now. Arzarent. After the Assyrians' captivity. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. After the Assyrian captivity. Yeah, because I'm familiar with that part. How they had a hand in the slave trade as well too. Would the Assyrians be considered what you call the Afghanistan, like Saudi Arabia, between Afghanistan and Saudi Arabia or something like that? After the Assyrian captivity, this tells how the natives. Okay, okay, I read that already. And the Latinos came to America. Okay, yeah, yeah, that's an easy one. The Assyrians were children of Ishmael. Oh, okay, all right then. Okay, uh, the Assyrians. It must Assyrians. What does that mean? Assyrians are an indigenous ethnic group native to Mesopotamia. A geographical. I think the Assyrians they occupied. Did they occupy the Mesopotamia? Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that up on the. Let me put that up on the screen. ASSYRIANS. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take this as a learning too. What is ASSYRIANS? Oh,
According to
okay.
Wikipedia, Assyria
Assyrians.
was a
Assyrian.
major ancient Mesopotamian civilization that
Assyrian.
existed as a
I just wanted to
city-state
make
from the
sure that I
21st
was saying
century
it right.
BC to the 14th
This
century
is why
BC,
so-called
then to a
Latinos and
territorial
okay, I
state,
read it.
and
Okay.
eventually an empire from the 14th century BC to the 7th century BC.
Let me read that again. Assyrian was a major ancient Mesopotamian civilization which existed as a city state from the 21st century BC, and I know that BC means before Christ, to the 14th century BC, to a terror estate, and eventually an empire from the 14th century BC to the seventh, I think the 17th century BC. I'm just not realizing what that word Arashima. How you say that? Arashima. Okay, I'll come back to that. What is Assyria in the Bible? What is Assyria in history? Okay, let's look at this here. Assyria kingdom of northern Mesopotamia that became the center of one of the great empires of the ancient Middle East. It was located in what is known northern Iraq and southeastern Turkey. Okay, that's what I was trying to say. Is that like near where the Caucasus Mountain was? Assyria kingdom of northern Mesopotamia that became the center of one of the great empires of the ancient Middle East. It was located in what is now northern Iraq, and southeastern Turkey. The Assyrians were arts that had our Latinos and native brothers in slavery before they left the East. Okay, Israel to the Americans. That's what Second Ezra's was about. Okay, gotcha. Oh, okay. Who are the Assyrians? Okay, I think you mentioned that already. The ancient Assyrians had a vast empire in the Middle East. So those were the I think you had mentioned that in one of the writings that they were the Ishmaelites. Ishmael, I think. Let's go back a slide. Uh, if I can see it. The Assyrians were hold on. Arabians, is that right? The Assyrians were Arabs. Okay, am I saying that right? The Assyrians were Arabs that had our Latino and native brothers. I know what this is in slavery before they left the East. Israel to the Americans. That's what Second Ezra's was about. Okay, that's why they have their futures. Okay, yeah, okay. That's why they have their futures. Okay, yeah. Who are the Assyrians? Okay, let's look at that. All right. The Assyrians are a people who live in the Middle East since ancient times and today can be found all over the world. They are known for, okay, hold on. I mean, they are known for their vast ancient empire, ancient cities such as uh, Naram, and Nineveh, and their fierce uh, invasion, including into the kingdom of Judah and Egypt. In ancient times, the Assyrian civilization was often centered at the city of Assyria, also called Ashur, named after the supreme god of Assyria, and the ruins of the city are located in what is now northern Iraq. Okay, this is what I was talking about the Assyrians. The territory the Assyrians controlled the control was vast, stretching from southern Iraq to the Mediterranean coast at the civilization a height in the 7th century BC, before the city of Assyria gained its independence about 400 years ago. It was controlled by a people known as the Samaritans who civilized and declined because of a mix of political, military, and environment problems. Okay. The Hamites sold. Okay, yeah, I'm familiar with that. They sold the Israelite. Excuse me. Yeah, they sold them to They sold the Hamites, which are Africa. They sold our people to the white man. Yeah, I'm familiar with that history too. Yeah, the Hamites sold the Negroes, Judah, to Esau. That's right. Yeah, because that's in what's that scripture? Um, and I'm putting this all in the video because I'm gonna go back and just watch this video myself. And maybe I just sit and learn something from my own video. Because I have actually sat back and learned something from my own video. I said, damn, the dark skinned Africans that took that looks like us, but not not us, are Hamites. That's right. The dark skinned Africans that look like us, but not us, are Hamites. That means that's right. Because just because you look the same, or you may look similar, but that doesn't make you the same people because you have the same traits, or you look alike, or whatever. Because you can have the same traits as Esau, and you still can be a Jake. So I'm from um, yeah, and that's really amazing too. That's really amazing. But our nations and Latino brothers were already in America. Okay, yeah, okay. I looked like I knew where you was. I said, okay, all right, yeah, I know what you're talking about right there. But our native and Latino brothers were already in America, but they also fell under the captivity curse of Deuteronomy 28 because they are Israelites. Hamites can't grow facial hair. Oh, okay. I ain't never heard of that neither. I ain't never. Nah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not that part. I did not know that Hamites can't grow facial hair. I didn't. That's new to me. That I did not even know that. No, I didn't know. I didn't. That's one. I ain't realized I had been live this long. An hour and 1 minute and 51 seconds. Okay. Oh, okay. That's what's up. hmm Yes, indeed. Yeah, I didn't know that though. Hamites can't grow facial hair. I thought okay, because I guess that goes into, and the brother follow great millstone. Brother follow great millstone. All right. When I get off of here, matter of fact, I probably can. I'm gonna Google that name. It's a YouTube channel, right? I'm gonna post sure. I'm finna follow it right now. Oh, no! Watch the comment board, MU, and give you a channel. So you saying you gonna put the channel in the chat or something? Great Millstone, YouTube. Great Millstone. I see something with Great Millstone with this video was like 11 years ago. Okay. I see some brothers got some videos up here from 7 years ago, and shoot, they ain't hold on. They ain't posted in 7 years on here. It's been 7 years, 6 years, really 6 years. It's called this one here is called G-Man versus Black Hebrew Israelite. Shoot, they ain't been live in 6 years. No, brother, search what I sent. We being shadow banned by Esau. No, brother, search what I sent. We banned. We being shit, shit banned by Esau. Well, this is my first time into this, brother. So I'm gonna have to okay. Yeah, when I get a chance, I'll look it up. I'll do that when I get up off here. Yeah, when I get a chance, I'll do that. Yeah, yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, and I'll come back and we'll talk a little bit some more, a little bit later on. I had to come get that off my mind. I ended up going a different route with this video, so I'll be back.